Have you ever been driving on the freeway and all of a sudden your instrument cluster lights up like a Christmas tree and you get that nasty check engine light? So you go to your settings, you go to diagnostics, and you scroll down and you notice that on CPC there is an error. Coolant level sensor circuit problem detected, number 3509. So the first thing I did is I replaced the sensor, and guess what? It did not help the problem go away. So the next logical thing I did was go online and find out if anybody else is having the same issue. And I did find one website where people were talking about this issue, where somebody was having a problem with their coolant sensor, and it was due to a short somewhere in the wiring. So I traced the wire from the sensor to the loom, but I couldn't find any place where it would have a short. So about a week later, I stopped by my local dealer and asked them if they've ever had any issues with the sensor, and they said yes, it's a common problem in the new 2018 and up Freightliner Cascadias, where the loom of the wiring would rub against the metal piece right next to the air compressor, which would cause a lot of electrical issues with the coolant level sensor and windshield wipers and the turn signals. So when I got home, I opened my hood and tried to look underneath and find exactly the place where the metal piece is rubbing against the loom. And I found it. It is literally next to the air compressor. It is this metal bracket which has the loom right behind it, and it's rubbing right against the metal at the very top where I'm pointing my finger. So what I did is I loosened up all the zip ties, I cut them off, and I put a new sleeve around that loom, and then I stretched the loom with zip ties away from the metal bracket so that it's not rubbing anymore. Here you could see with my light that brown part is where the cable is rubbing against the metal. I apologize for the shaking, but it's very difficult to do it with two hands. See that little brown dot? That's where the little wire is rubbing against the metal and causing all this chaos. What I did was put a new sleeve over the wire and zip tied the sleeve to the wire. Then I put more zip ties around them and stretched the wire away from this metal piece to make sure that it's in the air, it's not rubbing against anything at all. And only that way I was able to get rid of my check engine light. Well, I hope this helped somebody figure out this issue, because it took me about 2 months to find out what the heck was going on. It was frustrating because my windshield wipers would glitch, my turn signals would be freaking out, my check engine light would come back and go away at random times, and now I understand why, because sometimes my truck wasn't moving much and it wasn't rubbing against the metal piece, maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, now it's fixed. No more check engine lights, no more errors, no more issues, and my truck is much better off now.